Hello again. Oh, sorry. So I was, so this video is going to be, me sharing my work. So, I have a lot I didn't done. Wait, one moment. Orientating. Let's see this. So I'm going to type in something. A strong setting. Let's do that later. Studying published texts to write leads. I have. Yeah, I can search it up. Well, so I am going to search up COVID-19, and this was the presentation I made. Well, so first, me present pointer, and then now COVID-19 by Shirley. These are some resources. We cannot say this loudly enough, or clearly enough, or often enough. All the countries still can change the course of this pandemic. Well, I don't know who this person is. I found him on the website, and then I found his quote. COVID-19. COVID-19 is a virus that can cause a lot of symptoms, such as high fever, tiredness, and dry cough. I mean dry cough, not dried cough. So, facts. The coronavirus first occurred in China because of pollution. Bats lost their home. People began noticing bats and catching them without any reason. They thought of an idea, eating bats. Note, bats turn blue when you cook them. They have a special bacteria which can spread. Alright, move on to coronavirus symptoms. And here you will know some of the symptoms that corona might cause. Symptoms of COVID-19. 1. High fever. The body temperature can exceed 37.3 Celsius degrees or 99 Fahrenheit degrees. Tiredness. The body feels completely tired and without energy to perform normal tasks. Dry cough. Oh my god. So irritation and constant coughing without expelling any mucus. So I found these pictures on a template, I think. Questions and answers. How did corona occur? Coronavirus is from bats' pollution Coronavirus is from bats and pollution. Because of pollution, bats had to get out of the forest and go around cities to find home. How long does COVID last on surfaces? Good question. The virus can naturally die in 1 hour. If you go and clean the part that has the virus, it will go away more easily. That's true. Why is the virus called coronavirus? The virus looks like a crown under the microscope, and corona means crown shape, so it's called coronavirus. Is there a vaccine for COVID? No, there is not vaccine for this virus yet. Thanks for listening. And this is the end of my presentation. So I'm going to go back over here again. Wait, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I think I have found something. Repeated. Orienting characters. Hey, didn't I just delete it? Oh, the lead one. I can show you my work. So, this one. So I should read it to you guys. The story of Day and Night Elves by Shirley Shen. There was once a long, very long time ago, so long that not even day and night existed, and upon earth there only lived strange and magical creatures, two little elves who dreamed of jumping so high that they could manage to capture the clouds. One day the great sky fairy saw them jumping again and again in what seemed to be some useless but amusing game. They were trying to capture a few light clouds that were passing by at great speed. Their game so amused the Sky Fairy that she decided to grant each of the elves a wish. What would you like the most in life? Only one thing, though I can't give you more, she asked the elf who seemed the most restless. The elf, talking to one of the great fairies and anxious to receive his wish, answered instantly, "To jump! I want to jump right over the mountains, up above the clouds and wind, and beyond the sun." "Are you sure?" asked the fairy. "You don't want anything else?" The little elf impatiently spoke of the years he had spent dreaming of such an ability, and he had assured the fairy that nothing could make him happier. The fairy, convinced, and blew into the elf, and elf instantly jumped so high that within moments he had soared through the clouds. Then he continued towards the sun, and finally they lost sight of him as he made his way to the stars. Then the fairy turned to another elf. "And you? What is that you most want?" The second elf was a bit quieter than the first elf, went into deep thought. He scratched his chin, pulled at his ears, and looked at the sky, looked at the ground, and looked up at the sky, looked up at the ground, looked again at the sky, and rubbed his eyes, put a hand on his ear, and looked around at the ground, put a sad face, and finally answered, "I want to be able to catch anything else above all so that I can break my friend's fall. Otherwise he will die when he comes plummeting back to earth." That moment they began hearing a noise, like far off a little cry, and it was coming closer and closer, becoming louder and louder. They could clearly make out the horrified face of the first elf, who was fully expecting to soon experience the biggest crash landing in history. But the fairy blew on the second elf, and this elf managed to catch his friend and save his life. Whew. With his heart almost beating out of his chest, his eyes filled with tears, the first elf regretted to have been so impulsive, and warmly embraced his first one, who having thought a while before choosing his wish, had spent it on the first elf. Gratefully for his generosity, the first jumping elf offered to swap the wishes, leaving himself with the useless one of catching elves, and give his friend the ability to jump above the clouds. However, the second elf, who knew how much his friend wanted to have his wish, decided that they could share it by taking turns. And so one would jump while the other cut, and they would swap, and both would be equally happy. The fairy, moved by the elves' friendship and companionship, presented each other with the most beautiful objects decorating the sky, the sun, and the moon. From then on, the elf that was given the sun had jumped happily up every morning, his gift giving light to the world. After the whole day, he falls back onto earth, caught by his friend. Then the friend himself leaps up, and the night sky is filled with moonlight. The end. So this is my story, and I hope you like it. Oh, well, now, really, oh yeah, I should turn this in. Studying published text, right leads. Yeah, I did save my work. It's, now. So I'm gonna write a private comment for my teacher. Oops, I spelled a word wrong. Sorry. And now what I do is, I put like a new thing over here. It said, "Hi guys, I learned a new word called etymology. It means the study of origin words and the way in which their meanings have changed throughout history. There is an online dictionary you can use. Here's the link." So I click on it. And for example, I search up doughnut. So why is it called donuts? Doughnut. Small spongy cake. Well, you can, I will copy it and then put it in the description if you need it, okay? This is just an example. And the link, I'll also put it in the description. So I hope you read the description and then try out the link. And then, bye guys. Wait, I'm gonna exit out of this. So, bye.